Hey David, just journaling. Today was one of my bad days, really bad days. I was irritated at everybody. And I noticed when you're trying to change your negative to positive thinking, and you're working on positivity, it's amazing how much you can see around you that everybody's negative. It was a struggle today, but I was not irritated, but a little irritated with where I live because it is just so. I never realized how much negativity people carry with everything, and today was just an irritating day. It wasn't really irritating, I was just annoyed. I don't know if that's a word or not, but. And it's at night. I like the night better, but it's quieter. Nobody's yelling, nobody's arguing. And some people talk so loud, it's like, oh my God, my eardrums. But I'm learning to stay positive. I had some blips in the screen today, got upset with myself, argued with myself. That's part of life. Everybody has good days and bad days. I'm learning to handle it a little better than the bad, better like I did. And one thing I learned in Buddhism, have kindness for yourself. So I'm just getting into this spirituality and all this stuff. So I'm still learning. Oh, like with Buddhism, be kind to yourself. And I'm learning to be kind to myself. I had some blips in the screens, no big deal. Just keep moving on and going forward. But what changed with me with the Buddhism is have kindness for myself, and that's where I'm learning to have kindness for myself. Because we cause more problems in our head than what reality than reality. We make things worse in our head than what reality really is. And one thing I learned is that basically I'm expecting people to be something in my head is that they're not. They're not that. They're never going to be that. So basically, I just have to change my thinking to just accept everybody is going to be the opposite of what I think, and deal with it, learn to deal with it. And a lot of people are negative, but I'm learning basically I just got to accept it and deal with it because I have no control over other people. I only have control over my reality in my head. And I can only deal with it how I handle it in my head. So basically, I had some blips of the screen, argue with myself, whatever not. But I'm still new and getting better, wanting to get better. And sometimes I have blips of the screen, but that's part of life. Just take it, move on. So I'm done beating myself up. So I'm in a better place. So I'm taking the bad days just in stride. Everybody has bad days. There's nobody that, I don't think there's anybody that has perfect days every day. There's always bad days, and I'm learning to deal with them better than I used to. A lot better than I used to. And one thing, I heard the video today, and the way they said it was better than the way I say it, but basically, nobody's going to be what you want them to be. Accept it, move on, and basically that's what I do in my head. And I really have nobody to talk to her. Well, I got one lady. She's really cool. We talk. But everybody just wants to talk about gossip, nonsense, and I'm not there anymore. So I try to get away from them. But it's a small outside area, so everybody's. Some people yell. I mean, they yell too, like they're talking, but they're yelling like you can probably hear them across the street. They yell so loud, and I know you can because I used to sit. My car's still broken, but I would sit my car at the far end of the parking lot, and I'd hear them screaming. It's like, what the hell, man? Tone that voice down a little bit. But I'm learning to accept my good days with bad days and be kind to myself. Like now I'm being kind to myself. I had some blips on the screen, move on, keep going. Because you can't dwell on the past and you can't focus on the future because it ain't here yet. The past is the past. And one thing I'm learning, the past is not trauma. Anything I go through is not trauma to me anymore. It's lessons to learn to not repeat or learn to help other people with what I learn. So I'm not taking anything as trauma. Like today, nothing like my childhood wasn't trauma. It's lessons to learn, not to repeat. And that's that's what I'm learning. It's a lesson to, everything's a lesson in life. I'm learning through Buddhism and philosophy. Everything's a lesson to learn and move on. And I'm learning to take everything with a lesson. Like what I learned today, basically I'm going to reflect on it later tonight when I go in and see where I can improve, get better. And what I like doing is go to my apartment, shut off all the lights off, and listen to meditation, but I turn the screen way down so that there's not bright light, and just close my eyes and focus and see what I did good, what I did bad, or how I can improve. Because the only thing I learned, I can only handle what's in my mind. Anything around me, I can't change. Can't change nothing around me. I can only handle what's in my brain, and that's what I'm working on, is improving my brain. And each day, one day at a time. That's what I'm learning, one day at a time. Like I said, I'm learning to be nicer to myself. Like, if I get in a little, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what to call it, but sometimes I guess, belittle myself. And now I'm like being kind because my mind wasn't right then. It's not a big deal. Just sometimes I get upset with myself. And it's not even, I don't even do anything. I just think things are punishments. Like, I don't know if anybody experiences that, but sometimes I think things are punishments. It could be anything sometimes. I've gotten better with it, but some days I have, like, it can be something simple, like I stubbed my toe. Oh, that was a punishment. I know it stems from my childhood, but like I said, I'm learning. Everything's a lesson to learn from. So I learned stuff today to be kinder with myself and be nicer to myself when I have little tits with myself. I guess you could say the punishment, where I think everything's a punishment to improve. I got a long ways to improve on it. I've gotten a lot better, but I still got to improve on it. 'Cause not everything's a punishment. Nothing's a punishment in life. It's just part of life. If you do things, some things are going to happen. And I've gotten better, a lot better in the last 2 years. But I still get little spits upset here, thinking everything's a punishment. But I learn to move on, and I've gotten better with be kinder with myself. Like I've learned through Buddhism, you got to be kind to yourself. If anybody deserves your kindness, is yourself. So Buddhism has helped me a lot. And one thing that helps me, like today I wasn't thinking that, but I usually try to have empathy for people, because how do I know what somebody's going through in their head? Because nobody knows what I go through in my head, so how do I know what other people are going through their head? I'm learning to have empathy and passion. That's what I'm learning. Empathy and passion. And sometimes when people flip out on you, it's not what they're thinking of you, it's how they think of themselves. They're negative about themselves. And I can understand that, because I'm negative to myself. Oh, I've got a lot, like I said, I've gotten better with it, but still little blips in the screen. But one problem I have is I keep coming outside too much to smoke. I want to try to find some coping skills to help me not come outside so much. I have stuff to do, but like sometimes I can't do it because I want to smoke, but I don't want to smoke. The smoke basically rules my life. The little cigarette rules my life. Tells me what I can do and what I can't do. It's a bummer. But like I said, Buddhism helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot. Changed my thinking. And I've been in this for getting better for the last year or two, so I still got to be kind to myself, because I still have blips in the screens. So I'm still working on it. Nothing's a punishment. I just think it is sometimes, and I got a lot better with it. So I don't beat myself up all day like I used to. Be kinder to myself. That's what I'm learning. Be kinder to myself. Plane in the sky. And one thing I like about the night here, it's quiet. You can hear the insects. I don't know if you can hear the insects or nothing, but there's a cricket over here somewhere. It's annoying a little bit. But one thing I'm learning to challenge my thoughts. That's why I do that a lot. Not a lot, but I got to get better with that. 'Cause sometimes my thoughts don't make sense, and I challenge them. Like I got to challenge. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Challenge. Why do I think everything's a punishment? 'Cause not everything's a punishment. I'm learning challenging my thoughts, and I've gotten better with it. Challenge my thoughts, but I still got to challenge them on a daily basis because some things don't make sense. Why I think that. And sometimes our own brain is our own prison because our own brain keeps us in prison if we let it run amok on our head. We got to learn to control our brain. All right, that's it.